Hello, everyone. Thank you for joining us today. My name is Grace Caldwell, and I'm a senior at McKay High School. I'm also the student representative to the school board. It's my pleasure to be your master of ceremonies today. This is a big day for Auburn, and we are grateful you're here to celebrate with us. This event officially marks the completion of the bond-funded construction at Auburn and the completion of the largest elementary school project in the bond program. More than $20 million has been invested in the improvements and expansions here at Auburn. Today's event is both in person and virtual. We're broadcasting live to you here from the new cafeteria at Auburn on the district's YouTube channel and Spanish Facebook page. Now, before we get started, I'd like to share that we are honored to have the school board representative for Zone 5, Karina Guzman Ortiz, here with us today. Karina will speak first, followed by a few dignitaries who will each share why this bond and the improvements at Auburn are important from their perspectives. So let's get the celebration started. Please join me in welcoming school board member Karina Guzman Ortiz to the podium.
Hello, everyone. I'm so excited to be here in this Oregon weather. Well, thank you so much, Grace. My name, again, is Karina Guzman Ortiz, and I represent Salem-Keizer School Board for Zone 5, which includes Auburn Elementary, so I'm just so elated to be here today. And to see the finished product, I am so excited. Y'all don't even know. But, overall, thank you. Huge appreciation, and thank you to the Salem and Keizer voters who, in 2018, passed the bond that funded this important work. And thanks for also supporting all of the students here at Auburn Elementary. It means a lot. Now, I'd like to share a message with the community that speaks to the importance of growing relationships with all communities. The district's Native Education Program, in collaboration with the Native Parent Advisory Committee, has prepared a land acknowledgement that the district will use in public events. And I'll now read the acknowledgement. Acknowledgement is critical in building the necessary trust to coexist in harmony with one another. Indigenous tribes and bands have been on the lands that we inhabit today in the Willamette Valley and throughout Oregon and the Northwest for time immemorial. Here in the Willamette Valley, the ancestry of the Kalapuya reaches the furthest back in time, reminding us that this bountiful and plentiful valley has been called home by its original inhabitants long before the names of the snowy peaks in the distance carry the names they do today. It is important to understand the significance of this as the people of this land still exist and inhabit this valley not as heirs to it or archaeological artifacts, but as mutual contributors to the modern society we live in. We forward our respect to the first people of this land. We reflect on the displacement and genocides that took place, and we honor the gravity of our past, giving guarantee that people may live in harmony and equity on this land until the end of time. We would like this acknowledgement to be used as a tool of peace and mutual respect to all who reside here in the sacred lands of the Willamette Valley. Please join us in uncovering such truths at any and all public events. Thank you all for supporting our students, our district, and this bond. And now I'll go ahead and hand it over to Kevin Walker, Director of Elementary Education. Thank you all.
Good afternoon, Auburn Astros. That's right. What a great day to celebrate Auburn Elementary School. Superintendent Perry couldn't be here today, so it's my pleasure to share her congratulations with you all and to offer a few words of thanks on her behalf. We're celebrating the big improvements made here for Auburn students, and it's wonderful to have this opportunity to show you all the results of the community's investments in this school. Design work here started at Auburn about 2.5 years ago, and construction started the summer of 2020 and finished in time for the start of school this fall. It's been a long road to get the amazing new spaces you're going to see today, but totally worth the effort. There are many people to thank for making the plans for Auburn become reality. $20 million projects take a great team working together, and we have certainly had that team here at Auburn. I want to start by thanking our contractors and architect team, Brimmick Construction, Opus Architects, Stone Rose, Dexter Pari, Paul Delshman are here from Brimmick today. Thank you very much. And from Opus Architects, Eric Gerwertz and Steve Nelson are attending. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for the hours of planning, coordinating, and the hard work that you all put into Auburn. Next, I want to recognize our project management team for their efforts in keeping this project and all of our bond projects on time and on budget. Joel Smallwood and the district team of project managers, along with Bob Collins and the Day CPM team, our contracted project management firm, and their professional crew of project managers have done a great job of shepherding the work here at Auburn and across the district. Thank you, thank you, thank you. The project management team assigned specifically to Auburn deserves recognition for the countless hours of work spent with contractors, architects, and school administration to make sure the work moved along, while at the same time supporting school operations. This is no small task, and we have Joe Bonanno and Doug Garland to thank for managing this project. Thank you. I also want to say thank you to our Chief Operations Officer, Mike Wolf, for his leadership of the bond program management team and the overall bond program. Mike has led the bond process from the very beginning, and facilities process and public outreach about the bond to construction to where we are today. Thank you, Mike, for your leadership. Next, I'd like to offer a heartfelt thanks to PCUN and Yes for Salem-Keizer Public Schools campaign for their hard work to pass the bond. Together, these groups knocked on thousands of doors and talked to countless potential voters in support of the bond measure. Without their efforts, we likely wouldn't be where we are here today. So thank you, PCUN, and the leadership of the Yes campaign, Nancy McMorris, Lisa Harnish, and Mark Shipman. Thank you, thank you, thank you. And of course, I want to extend the biggest thanks to the voters in our district for supporting the bond measure. It's because of you that our schools are becoming safer, less crowded, and offer more opportunities for 21st century learning. Thank you, Salem and Keizer, for supporting students now and for generations to come. Now I'd like to invite Mark Shipman from the Yes for Salem-Keizer Schools campaign and the co-chair of the Community Bond Oversight Committee to the podium to say a few words. Thank you all for being here today to celebrate.
Thank you, Kevin. Good afternoon. My name is Mark Shipman. It's a pleasure to be here today representing both the Yes for Salem-Keizer Schools Committee and the Community Bond Oversight Committee. The district is finishing up its third year of construction under the 2018 bond, and it's rewarding to be here today to celebrate the work done here at Auburn after having been part of this effort since the very early process. In the early stages, the Community Task Force examined the needs of our school buildings for our entire community. Then the Yes for Salem-Keizer Schools Committee worked tirelessly to inform voters about the bond, and now the Community Bond Oversight Committee monitors that progress of the bond program and gives input to the leadership team of the district. The bond is important because it allows us to significantly improve the facilities that support our children's educations and this facility turned out beautifully. A major factor that impacts a student's ability to learn is the environment in which learning takes place. The bond reflects our community's commitment to provide safe, uncrowded, and productive environments where students can learn and grow. When the voters of the Salem-Keizer School District passed the bond, they said they want to relieve overcrowding, upgrade security features, increase seismic safety, and more. I want to thank the community for their support and the involvement throughout the process. The community's voice was part of that process to build the bond as well as pass it, starting with the focus groups, listening sessions to share feedback on the school needs, and ending up with saying yes to the election on election day in 2018. There are a lot of people to thank for their hard work for this. This was a huge lift for our community. And one of the major groups was PCUN, Picun. They were a major contributor to the effort to pass the bond, and I'd like to personally thank them for their instrumental work in getting the word out to voters for the importance of the bond. Thank you again, Picun. At this time, I'd like to invite Stone Rose from Bremick Construction to the podium to say a few words. Stone.
One thing is, I know you're getting rained on. I'm standing under a cover that I had the opportunity to be a part of building. So that's always a good thing is later to come to a project and be able to see not only how it is, but how it's working and how it's treating those people that are using it. I was very grateful to have the opportunity to be the project superintendent for Bremick Construction on the renovation here at Auburn. Not only was it just an addition here, but the full renovation of the old school. The project took a real collaborative effort from OPSIS Architectural, Day CPM, and the district team, Joe Bonanno and his crew, to be able to pull off this stunning project. As you can see the addition as we'll go in, there's quite a few features that were created and designed that really stand out and make this project different. Not only did we deal with COVID last year, the year before, as we built this project and its challenges, but we also had crews that lost their homes during the fires. We overcame difficult soil conditions. We had a very tight schedule. And with this team, we were able to reach the large demands of this project. There were quite a few things other than just building a building that were added to this project. The age of this building and its multiple additions created many challenges that this team was able to overcome. The commons area, as you'll see in a minute, and its visual design is being used as an example for the future Salem projects. OPSIS did a wonderful job in the design of creating this commons area, and you'll see as we go in there. Let me bring a few facts to light. The project started for us, for Bremick came on site May of 2020. Due to COVID, because of it being closed, we were able to start the exterior work a month early. This really helped because it was a tight schedule to try to fit over one summer the items that we had coming. Some of those things created that you will not see are the background repairs and replacements. Both old boilers were fully removed, replaced. New security systems throughout the whole school, added cameras, new electrical service, underground storm water system, which you can't see is right over here. It's a football size underground. Part of what you cannot see. There's quite a few things related to this project. The east property parking lot here that we can see has added over 60 parking stalls and created a new safe parent drop-off turnaround. Highly needed as Auburn was a very busy street as kids were being dropped off. This created a safe route and also provided an opportunity to bring buses into the front lot off of Auburn Street. Thus, again, making Auburn safer than it was. Administration offices, the new front lobby, the new entrance out there, the 5 classrooms, the SPED offices, and were all done the summer of 2020. We had 14 weeks. With the team, we were able to do that. There's no way without a collaborative team that we had with Day CPM, the district, and all the subcontractors involved, we could not have pulled off a 14-week turnaround for the summer of 2020. Also includes a new gym, which you can see over here. It's a tall gym. The walls are 22 feet tall. They were so large in their framing that we had to use a crane. South Wing Addition is 20,000 feet. To give you an idea, this whole South Addition, you get 53 buses parked inside the building. It kind of gives you an idea. The common space, which you'll see, there's a 1/4 mile of glue lams in the ceiling. If you were to add those up, the 3 large beams that you'll see in the center weigh over 6,000 pounds each. Those beams and their 6 columns were set in just 6 hours. So a lot of collaboration time, pre-planning, and OPSIS's design put together. We have a library, a west wing remodeled where the old kitchen was, exterior play areas, outbuildings, and the ball field. The project was done and ready to start for school this year. All in all, the project is a statement to how, no matter the challenges or the changes, a well-designed, planned out, and executed project can be a success. Thank you. And I believe Katie is following. Katie is our principal here at Auburn. If you don't know Katie, you should.
All right, I'm the last speaker before the kids get to go, so that's a hard spot to be in. Here we go. I'm thankful to have this chance to convey my immense gratitude to the voters of Salem and Keizer who made this beautiful addition possible for our Astros. I'd like to thank our architects from OPSIS, Stone and Dexter, mostly for the pink hard hat, and the team from Bremont Construction, Joe, Dan, and David, who moved our things more times than a college student's parents. Our neighbors on all sides, and our families who are still waiting to see what the inside of our new school looks like, and last but certainly not least, our incredible Auburn staff and students who have been along for this wild ride every step of the way. From the early days of the design team meetings where staff ensured the needs of Auburn would be considered, through the past 18 months as we've adapted to changing pandemic environments, and to next week when we begin solar panel installation on the covered play areas, I am proud of the family that is Auburn. Nearly 5 years ago, when I first visited Auburn, I was struck by how small and quaint our school looked from the vantage point of Auburn Road. However, I soon learned that the nearly 40% of students and staff were calling Auburn their home from 11 portable outbuildings in the school's field. Now, thanks to the visionary leadership of Salem-Keizer Public Schools and the generosity of our voters, Auburn is once again united under one roof and able to continue our journey toward inclusive and equitable access for all Astros now and in the future. In a few moments, many of you will get to see what this project has amounted to, but I would like to help you form a picture in your mind of what it used to be so you have something to compare to as you walk our renovated halls. On any given Wednesday at Auburn, you would hear the hustle and bustle of 700+ kids arriving for the day and streaming down the halls to class. You would see those same students transitioning from class to PE or music or library through crowded halls or through the uncovered walkway between the 11 portable classrooms and the main portions of the building. You would see 4th and 5th graders in what seemed like permanent rain jackets, rain boots, and hoods in order to contend with those often rainy transitions from one place to the next. You would see our gym built for a school with half our population bustling with 3 classrooms of students, 90 kids at times, tripling up on PE in order to make sure all students had access to physical education throughout the week. You would see a rather barren-looking field, home to recess and hundreds of geese. You would hear the sounds of 100 to 150 kids at a time in the old cafeteria during one of 5 20-minute lunch periods, hurrying to get their food, find a seat, and eat before it was time for the next shift of students to arrive. But that was then. Now, as you tour our school, imagine the difference it makes to have a large and welcoming common space to greet students each morning for arrival and breakfast, to have all students and staff under one roof without need for rain gear in order to get from one place to another, to have dual PE spaces so students and PE teachers no longer have to double or triple up PE classes, to have only 3 lunch periods of a full 30 minutes for eating and socializing where no one has to squeeze in to find a space, to have a beautiful courtyard, playground, and outdoor space for enjoying recess and outdoor learning, or to curl up with a book in our renovated library full of natural light. I invite you to hold on to that image of what once was as you embark upon your tours this afternoon. But first, it is my pleasure to introduce 3 of our outstanding 5th graders, and I thank their families for making it possible for them to be here today. These kiddos were just 1st graders when the bond was first passed, and they will share with you what this project means to them. So please join me in welcoming Uriah, EJ, and Nathan to the podium.
My name is Uriah, and I'm a 5th grader at Auburn. Something I like about Auburn is the new playground and basketball court. It is super big, and the new field is starting to look good with the cool trees and bushes. My other favorite thing about the new Auburn is the new building in our classrooms, because it's on the 2nd story. And the new library is starting to look good with the book room. I like the library in our classrooms.
Dear parents and students at our school, my name is Nathan and I am a 5th grader. At Auburn, we are all gathered here today to celebrate the ribbon cutting of our new building. To us, this is special for our school. This school has stood for so long, and I never seen a ribbon cutting before in my life. I love our school and I love the people in our school. I've been here for 5 years and look at me, I'm still here. I never left. I never left through distant learning, part-time distant learning. And when my friends moved up a grade, it was hard to see my old friends go to another school. But I was strong and said goodbye, knowing that they would miss Auburn too. Some people may say, oh, I hate this school, or oh, I don't want to go to this school anymore. And yes, I do have bad days too. And I say something like that. Trust me, I've been here long enough to notice that this is a special school. The people that still go to our school, let's give them an awesome job and maybe a little clap. The 700 kids that are here and the kids that used to go here from 10 or 15 years ago all agreed that the teachers that still work here are amazing. They take care of all our children, they make us feel safe, and even through rough times, it was fun, even though it was sad to see the teachers that used to work here leave. Like my old kindergarten teacher, they are always replaced by new and awesome teachers, like Miss White. Let's give her a little clap. What I am trying to say is that Auburn is an awesome school. Thank you.
Welcome everyone. I would like your attention today. I would like to give a speech about Auburn. My name is EJ and I am a 5th grader at Auburn. First of all, every teacher here and every student here is awesome. People might be like, I hate this school. It's okay. We all have our off days and it's normal. There could be some bullies and maybe they're just having a rough time. So let's show them some empathy, especially in school. There are 700 kids at Auburn. It's crazy. So I just want to say Auburn is awesome. I've been here for 3 years and it's been a great 3 years. So many memories. But next year, every 5th grader here from this year is sadly no longer going to be at this school. But they will leave with great memories. It's fine to be yourself. The Astros is our mascot, and personally, I was a big fan of astronomy. So let's keep shooting for the stars. Anyways, we are here for the ribbon cutting for the new building. The building started in 2020 and it finished in 2021. That's ridiculous. This school is awesome. I know I've said it a lot, but it's true. It has been so good. Thanks for the memories, Auburn. It's an honor to speak to all of you. Even if your kid says I hate the school, I am grateful that I moved to this school. Thank you, teachers and the principals. Thanks for having me at Auburn. Anyway, the ceremony is for us to cut the ribbon for the new building. I think we are all happy with the school. I hope I see you in the next ceremony. And now there is Spanish. Bienvenidos a todos. Me gustaría su atención. Hoy me gustaría dar un discurso sobre Auburn. Mi nombre es EJ y soy un estudiante de quinto grado en Auburn. En primer lugar, cada maestra aquí y cada estudiante es diferente. La gente puede pensar que odia esta escuela. Está bien, todos tenemos tiempos difíciles y es normal. Podría haber algunos peleoneros, pero recuerda que también están pasando por momentos difíciles. Hay que demostrarles empatía, especialmente en la escuela, porque hay 600 niños en Auburn. Es una locura. Así que solo quiero decir que Auburn es increíble. Llevo 3 años aquí y han sido 3 años fantásticos. Tantos recuerdos, pero el año que viene cada estudiante de quinto grado de este año ya no estará en esta escuela, pero tendrán buenos recuerdos. Todos aquí son increíbles, incluso si intimidan a las personas. Podemos perdonarlos. Sea usted mismo, no intente impresionar a la gente. Está bien ser tú mismo. Los astros son nuestra mascota y personalmente yo era un gran fanático de la astronomía. Así que sigamos disparando a las estrellas. De todos modos, estamos aquí para el corte de listón del nuevo edificio de Auburn, 2019 a 2021. Wow, es ridículo. Esta escuela es increíble. Sé que le dijo mucho, pero es cierto. Bueno, ha sido tan bueno. Gracias por los recuerdos, Auburn. Es honor hablar con ustedes. Estoy agradecido de haberme mudado a esta escuela. Gracias a los maestras y los maestros de clase. También los directores. Gracias por invitarme a Auburn. Esta ceremonia es para celebrar el corte del cortón. Creo que todos estamos contentos con esta escuela. Espero verte en la próxima ceremonia. And now let's move on to the ribbon cutting. Y ahora sigamos con el corte de listón.
Thank you for all of your words of support for Auburn. Before we get started, to the moment we've all been waiting for, I have a short announcement. We are offering in-person tours following the ceremony. We have a few spaces open, and if you didn't sign up online before, please check with the tour sign-in table for an open spot. You must wear a face covering and answer the COVID screening questions to tour inside the building. We also have a virtual tour option available. Check the district website, Facebook page, and YouTube channel to watch the virtual tour. Okay, now, okay, you guys ready? 3, 2, 1. Thank you for coming. Enjoy the tours.